What's up, Team 219? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the first math lesson this week, the video helped you guys out. We are now moving on to the second math lesson of the week. It is lesson 11.3, and it can be found on page 441. Now, the first lesson this week was setting you up to help you with this particular lesson. Now, you know Mr. White's artistic skills are not the best, but this is the same object. I tried to make it look like the same object as the object that you're going to see in the Unlock Your Problem on page 441. Now, the learning target for today is I can find the unknown length of a side in a plane shape when you know its perimeter. So if you notice this particular shape here, and I put it all in different colors, the shape is in blue, and then the sides that we know are in green. Now it says 5FT, 3FT, 7FT, 4FT. The standard unit FT, does anyone know what that stands for? It stands for feet. Okay, so we learned about inches and centimeters in the last lesson, and we're going to be working with feet in this particular lesson. Now, what we need to know for this particular problem is that the person in the problem, which his name is Chen, he knows the perimeter, and the perimeter of this entire object is 27 feet. Now that's extremely important to know this number prior to starting this problem. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go through the Unlock Your Problem with you, but the strategy that we're going to use today, we're going to use two different strategies that you guys have learned before. We're going to use addition, and we're going to need to learn use subtraction as well, and we're going to get into that in a second. But first things first, let's read the Unlock Your Problem here together. Chen has 27 feet of fencing to put around his garden. He has already used the lengths of fencing shown. How much fencing does he have left for the last side? So, what we need to figure out, guys, is we know all the lengths except for one, which I represented here with N. So the first thing that we need to do when we do any math word problem is underline the important parts. So right now, I'm sure that as you guys were actually reading it, you have become you become masters at identifying the important parts. So let's just jump right into it here. The first thing that we need to do is we need to do addition. But luckily for us, it's just single digit addition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the green marker because that's represented by all the different sides that we have here. So let's just do 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 3. And we'll see what that equals first. All right, so I know that some of you guys going back to your first grade math, you know how to make a 10. 7 and 3 is 10. Bring down your addition sign. 5 and 4 is 9. And then we have 9 plus 10 is 19. So we have 19 feet. Okay, interesting. Now I want you to think about this. We know that all these sides, when you put them together, add up to 19. And we know that the perimeter, which is the length around an object, is 27 feet. What do we need to do with this information in order to find out the unknown length? If you're telling yourself we need to use our subtraction skills, you are absolutely right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do it right here in this little section. We have 27, which we know is the perimeter. Okay, and then we also know that 19 feet are already accounted for. So let's subtract 19 from here. Now, this was a hard lesson in second grade. remember we need to split the place values, okay? And that we are going to need to regroup, right? Because when you're starting off a subtraction problem, you always start in the ones place and then move over to the tens place. But if you can see, you have 7 and then 9. Can you take 9 if you only have 7? Of course not. So what do we need to do? We need to regroup. So let's borrow from the tens. The 2 now becomes a 1. And then you have to what? Add 10 to the 17. I'm sorry, add 10 to the 7, which gives you 17. So what is 17 minus 9? Anybody out there know? Okay, right now, if you're doing some nice mental math, 17 minus 9 is 8. Okay? And then what's 1 minus 1 is 0. All right, so wait a second. We added up all the sides, okay, which gave us 19. We knew that the perimeter was 27, so we took 27, we subtracted the 19 from it, and what did it give us, guys? 8. So what is the length of our missing side in this problem? It is 8 feet. Now, if you want to check yourself, which I know a lot of people like, you like checking to see if your math is correct, you could literally add up all the sides and just make sure that they add up to 27 if that makes you feel better. So 8 and 4 is 12, 12 and 7 is 19, 19 and 3 is 22, and then 22 and 5 is 27. I know if you're thinking, Mr. White, you just did that too fast. All right, I'm sorry. Went over it slow and then I did it quick. So I hope this video helped you out, and I really hope that it helps you as you move into the Sharon Show and the On Your Own. If you have any questions or concerns, please put them into the discussion. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I hope you guys are safe and healthy. Remember what we say, teamwork makes the dream work. Put yourself in a position to succeed and remain grateful. Peace.